We haven't announced it yet. We have made very clear after the 2 meetings this year that the precondition for the next one is the readiness of both parties to agree on concrete results. It will be completely useless to call for another meeting if we can perceive that these conditions are not met, and to meet again for nothing. My recent outreach and the shuttle diplomacy by the EU Special Representative, Isaac, to whom I have to thank his tireless work, have shown that, to my understanding, there is no such readiness at this point. But the year is still not over, and we will continue doing everything we can to try to have such a meeting if we can ensure that there's going to be some outcome. We cannot force the partners, if they lack the readiness, to engage constructively.
Since I am in politics, I've been coming to Brussels dozens of times, sometimes with invitations, sometimes without one. But for us, Brussels is important capital of progress, but at the same time of solving disputes. For our government, which is the most democratic and pro-European government since liberation of Kosovo, European Union is the most important project of peace and prosperity in the world since World War II. If mediator, facilitator, His Excellency Mr. Borrell, High Representative and Vice President of the European Commission, sees it as reasonable and appropriate to invite me for a meeting, of course I will come. But now I would like to emphasize a success which has been neglected by European Union, achieved by European Union and neglected by others, and that is agreement of 30th of September, which was done by the office of Mr. Borrell here in Brussels between Kosovo and Serbia for car plates. Tensions were very high, and now we are 100% implementing an agreement which has been achieved here. It was a compromise from our side. We would have loved not to have stickers at all.
On the Association Community of Serb Majority Municipalities, what I have to say is what I already said during this meeting several times and before this meeting, that establishing an association community of Serb majority municipalities is part of the Brussels Agreement. This agreement was concluded in good faith by all parties involved, and we expect all agreements to be respected and fully implemented by both parties.
There are 33 agreements between Kosovo and Serbia, and 2/3 of them have not been implemented by Serbia, but always Belgrade, official Belgrade, likes to mention one agreement, which I must say did not pass the test of our Constitutional Court. I remember back then on 23rd of December 2015, when the decision of Constitutional Court was made public, no Serb of Kosovo protested, only Belgrade. I believe that it is time to have a dialogue where people, citizens, are the end beneficiaries, not politicians. So we need democratic character of dialogue. That means that people will benefit from it. All these solutions which come from above in order to please certain politicians are not democratic. I am a Democrat. That's why I believe that future chapters of dialogue between Kosovo and Serbia should not be there to please a politician, to save the skin of that politician or the face of another politician, but to help and serve people. We should be at the service of people, and I'm afraid that this Association of Serb Majority Municipalities is rather the service of Belgrade than of ordinary, poor Serbian citizens in Kosovo, to whom I serve also as Prime Minister of our Republic.
Allow me to say that I am a Democrat also. And I am not here to serve to any politician from any side. What has happening with the car plates has shown, and it should be an example, that the dialogue is the only forum to address and resolve all open issues. I disagree with you on the fact that it's the Constitutional Court who avoids obstacles, makes impossible the implementation of this agreement, which was done by the representative governments of two parties, acting in good faith and according with international norms to establish agreements in the framework of the dialogue. So I'm sorry, Prime Minister, we have to continue asking for the implementation of this agreement. I know that there are other agreements pending. I know that in both parties there are agreements which has not been implemented, but this is a very important one.